of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi with the Board of Trustees of Bibliotheca Alexandrina. Bibliotheca Alexandrina is such an entity, the source of enlightenment not only for Egypt but for the region. Well, the Board of Trustees, it's really including a bundle of Egyptian and foreign thinkers, men of literature, journalists, doctors, academics, you name it. And they were all very much keen to have their new ideas, visions, and to share them with the president. Dr. Ahmed Zayed, the director of the Bibliotheca, really expressed appreciation and gratitude to the limitless backing of the state and of the political leadership to the Bibliotheca, speaking about its role and about ways to strengthen and boosting this role in various domains for the best interest of humanity. Let's say that Bibliotheca Alexandrina is one of Egypt's gifts to humanity at large. And let's have a quick look at the Board of Trustees to know to what extent it's really gathering a number or a bundle of prominent figures in all domains. The Board of Trustees includes, of course, Sir Magdi Yaoub. Magdi Yaoub, without a title, because when it comes to humanity, Magdi Yaoub should be mentioned. Former Secretary General of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, Ekmaluddin Ihsan Oghlu, UN Under Secretary General and High Representative for the United Nations Alliance of Civilizations, Miguel Moratinos, former Minister of Education, Dr. Mufid Shihab, former Moroccan Minister of Foreign Affairs and Culture, Mohammed bin Isa, former President of the Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities, Sheikh Hamay bint Mohammed Al Khalifa, engineer Hani Azer, renowned transportation engineer, former Kenyan Minister of Culture Amina Mohammed, former chairperson of the Convention's People's Party in Ghana, Samia Nkrumah, and Dr. Mohammed Salmawi, the prominent Egyptian figure. The spokesman of the presidency, Councillor Fahmy, said that the director of the Bibliotheca expressed his appreciation for the political leadership support, as the president was keen to listen to the views and thoughts of the members of the Board of Trustees, who noted that the library stands as a unique case at the cultural level, reflecting Egypt's role as a historic and enlightenment hub for the convergence and interaction between East, West, North, and South. They expressed their deep honor to be on the Board of Trustees of this distinguished edifice and affirmed their intention to exert the utmost efforts to create a strong momentum within the scope of the library's work and influence during the next stage. The President, of course, valued the efforts of the Library of Alexandria to spread knowledge, noting that they complement the state's efforts to build bridges between nations and civilizations, as well as affirming the concepts of pluralism, peace, dialogue, understanding, accepting the other, respect of cultures of all peoples. The President also confirmed the state's full support, as well as his personal support for the Bibliotheca and its important role, noting the importance of continuous innovation in its frameworks and methods of work, and its support for new research programs and innovative patterns of education, as well as stimulating young people's abilities and developing their creative skills. This is while working to expand the role of the library in this regard to include supporting creativity and innovation at the national, regional, and global levels. The gathering of yesterday also discussed a number of initiatives to be launched by the Bibliotheca and the ways to boost these activities on the ground, meeting the needs of not only the Egyptian people, but Arab, foreign, the world intellectual arena in general, and to give courses, training sessions, to qualify the youth to start their career with expanded ideas, with panoramic visions, taking into consideration that the youth are the wealth, not only of Egypt, but of the whole world. They are the tomorrow of us. And to guarantee a bright future, to have the youth very much enriched with knowledge, this is a priority. To shed more light on this important meeting, we are very much delighted to have with us via phone Dr. Ahmed Zayed, the director of the Biblioteca Alexandrine. A very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, madam.
Sir, yesterday it was such a gathering and it was such a meeting with the president. The president himself expressed his full support personally, as well as the state support to the Biblioteca and to the activities of the Biblioteca, and the will to support the Biblioteca or to boost its activities in the very near future. In my humble opinion, it was a brainstorming session, if I may say so, with the new ideas and visions of the Board of Trustees discussed during this session. Tell me more about that, sir.
Yes, I just want in the beginning to just mention the function of the Board of Trustees. It is an important body in the library. It is a supreme authority in the library. It is headed by His Excellency, the President of the Arab Republic of Egypt. And it is composed of different people from all over the world, from Asia, from Europe, from Africa, from Egypt, even eminent persons from Egypt, as well as some official positions like the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister of Higher Education, the Minister of Culture, the Governor of Alexandria, the President of the Alexandria University. Every year we had this important meeting in the library because we have to take decisions related to the next step in the future and what we are going to do in the next year. The library now has a new director, and this composition of the board of committee is new as well. So we use the first of all to begin the meeting with a meeting with the president, and we had this meeting yesterday. And we had a lot of discussions over the role of the library and the new ideas in which we are going to work in the future. And the president himself praised a lot of activities, and he spoke about the necessity of having a new tendency to have new activities instead of repeating usual activities, traditional activities. Every year we have to initiate new initiatives and to work in new activities, and most of the Board of Trustees had spoken, and they expressed their ideas about the future of the library, the importance of the library in the international dialogue and in the regional dialogue, and in creating a network of culture and knowledge, and the production of knowledge even in the library. The new ideas have been introduced. We spoke about the library should play an important role in the future in developing technology and in even initiating some innovation in the information technology, because we had in the library a very strong department in the IT, and it had already some patents before. So we have to encourage this department to implement more effort, or to work more hard on this direction. And secondly, we spoke about the role of the library in giving international prizes. We wanted to invent new ideas about having an international prize in the library, an award like Nobel Prize. And
in all fields, sir? I mean, a prize for literature, for example, another for IT, a third for scientific research.
Yes, yes, that is right. That's right. That is right. We, with all those prizes, are ordered, from the bottom, from the young people to the youth, to the intellectuals and academicians, to the Arab intellectuals and academicians, as well to the international level. And I think this idea could be implemented next year or so.
Inshallah.
We are just
Dr. Ahmed.
Yes.
Dr. Ahmed, all the time and in all occasions, the president is keen to speak about the youth and
Yes.
to exert the utmost efforts, whether by the state or by intellectual entities like the Biblioteca, the NGOs, even the private sector, every entity, to empower youth and to enrich youth with knowledge and information. This is one of the main priorities of our political leadership. Have you discussed that in the yesterday meeting?
Yes, for sure, because in the vision of the library in its new phase, we have, a very important ideas about, encouraging growth, encouraging youth, empowering them. Encouraging them to read, to innovate, and we, because as you know, the population structure of Egypt, it has about 40% of youth, of young people.
Yes, we are a young country.
So we have, yes.
Yeah,
so
we are a
have
young
to work
country.
hard.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. So we have to work hard with them. We shouldn't leave them to the influence of the market and the influence of the social media and all those influences that come from every side to take their minds from their
Spreading
country.
awareness, sir.
Yes,
Spreading awareness is one of the
yes.
main roles. One final question,
Awareness.
Dr. Zayed, regarding yesterday's meeting. I'd like to know, if you permit me, about the coordination and the cooperation between the Biblioteca and other public and private entities inside and outside Egypt to have all the time a win-win situation and to come up with fruitful results to achieve all the goals of the Biblioteca.
Yeah, this is an important question because next month in the 21st of the next month we had the second conference, big conference with the Ministry of Social Solidarity about civil society and the role of civil society in development and raising awareness in empowering young people, and this is important to work with the civil society. On the other hand, we are working with some businessmen, some the private sector, because some people from the private sector, they support some ideas, initiatives in the library, so we have this kind of cooperation. On the international level, we have different circles. We start with the Arabs, and then we have Africa. We are in the vision of the library. We are working hard to strengthen the relation with Africa and to encourage African students who are studying in Egypt,
sure.
to follow up their study, and we even bring them to the library, give them cards, and offer them all the facilities in the library. And by the end of the year, we gather them in a congregation or a graduation ceremony. So also in the international level, not only Africa and the Arabs, but on the international level, we have relations with Asia, with Latin America, with Europe, with America, and recently, the Biblioteca became a sort of touristic destination. A lot of people visit the library. According to my statistics, about 600,000 every year visit the library from Egypt and from abroad.
As I said, sir, in my intro, Biblioteca Alexandrina is one of Egypt's gifts to humanity at large. And thank you very much for everything. We do appreciate all your efforts to have the Biblioteca all the time as a source of enlightenment. Dr. Ahmed Zayed, you are an added value to our program. Thank you very much for your input, sir, and have a very good day. Well, the Biblioteca is the major library and cultural center in the shore of the Mediterranean. The library has a shelf space of 8 million books, with the main reading room covering 20,000 square. Let's watch in this documentary more about the Biblioteca, and we're going to return back with more.
Antiquities Museum at the Biblioteca Alexandrina. The BA Antiquities Museum is the world's window on ancient civilizations that Egypt has witnessed throughout the ages. The museum's collection documents various epochs of Egypt's rich multicultural history, from the Pharaonic era to the Greek civilization conquest of Alexander the Great, leading to the emergence of the Hellenistic or Ptolemaic era. Subsequently, it was followed by the Roman and the Coptic civilizations before Islam established itself in Egypt. The Antiquities Museum is a generous donation from the Ministry of Culture. Its holdings were carefully selected to give its visitors a glimpse of the consecutive eras of Egypt's history across cultures. Through viewing 1,276 artifacts that were excavated in different regions all over Egypt, including Alexandria, Fayoum, Minya, and Luxor. Each masterpiece has a descriptive label in Arabic, English, and French. The museum's most significant collections have braille cards providing detailed information for the visually impaired. Additionally, the museum comprises a number of antiquities that have been arranged in a chronological order starting from the ancient Egyptian era. Taking a walk through the ancient Egyptian antiquities section, a special collection of the museum's artifacts are put on display, such as a special room for mummies and tombs called In the Afterlife Hall, a set of canopic jars, and some ancient Egyptian writing tools, and several statues, the most significant of which are the statue of Tuhut, god of the moon, and Imhotep, the earliest known architect. While exploring the Greco-Roman Antiquities section, the visitors can view the exquisite artifacts of this period, including the head of Alexander the Great, busts of the Ptolemaic kings, statues of Tanagra, a headless statue of god Serapis, a statue depicting a sleeping child, a colossal head of Octavius of Octavian, a statuette of a schoolgirl, and the bust of the Greek philosopher Socrates.